Welcome back everyone, vonstickers here with another S.T.A.L.K.E.R Gamma video for you. Today I'm going to be giving you the third instalment of my tips videos for S.T.A.L.K.E.R Gamma. Some pretty good ones in here today, some weird and wonderful ones, some useful, some not so useful but fun. So let's dig in. So we've all been there, you're out and about wandering around the wastelands of S.T.A.L.K.E.R and you get that dreaded notification that there's going to be an emission. A psi emission or a regular emission, it doesn't matter which. And you've got nowhere to hide. Places like the truck cemetery are particularly bad for this. So what do? Well, what you do is you pop one of these bad boys. These antibiotics will allow you to survive an emission by going unconscious for 45 in-game minutes. So very, very helpful. And when you come around from them, absolutely full health, no problem, no damage. So this next tip is going to show you how to find extra loot by finding random dead bodies on the map. Now by default you won't be able to see these, they're a mod option, so what you need to do is go into your mod organizer and enable mod number 169, which is body dots on minimap. If you look very carefully on the PDA minimap, you'll actually see blue dots every now and again. They're really hard to see and I can't really show you in this video because it's just hard to zoom in enough to see them, but they are there. Here's a couple of screen grabs. I managed to zoom in enough just to show them up. Each of those blue dots there is one body. So this next one I read about on the internet, it's kind of silly but it does have a purpose, and that's the steps that you can make out of keyboards. You can craft keyboards, stack them up and actually use them as steps to get up and over things. So in order to craft these you're going to need a basic toolkit and you'll need 10 metallic scrap, 10 wooden parts, 8 boxes of resistors and 5 copper wire. So it is pretty impractical to do this, but just for the means. Sometimes you'll come across a weapon that's got an upgrade kit installed on it, and you'll have the option to detach the scope, but you'll try it and nothing will happen, and of course a field strip won't do anything. But if you've got a multi-tool you can actually disassemble them and get the tactical upgrade kit from the weapon. So there you go, one free weapon upgrade kit, which can be of course applied to another weapon or sold. They actually do sell for very, very good money if you sell them to mechanics, so definitely worth getting whenever you can. So there's been a bit of a change to how the toolkits work in this game. Notice here how I'm only carrying the expert toolkit, and yet I'm still able to craft this item that requires a basic toolkit and not an advanced or expert one. And that's simply because the tiers of toolkit now negate their previous tiers, so if you've got advanced you don't need basic, if you've got expert you don't need advanced. So a very basic tip here, but one that people don't always realise, and that's that you can hold down the F key to highlight items to pick up. So you can see there's nothing here, but we move a bit closer, and if we hold down the F key you can see that there's an item there. Get close enough, keep holding F and it will pick it up. Here's one for you to try. Take your knife out of your melee slot and then try pressing the middle mouse button. Look what happens. As you can see, you can melee without your knife actually equipped in the melee slot so long as it's in your inventory. And this is great because believe it or not you can actually put a pistol or submachine gun in the melee slot. Pretty neat, huh? So check it out. It seems that you can repair SMGs, almost all SMGs, with just a handgun repair kit. You don't need anything special like an army kit or anything like that. So that makes it real easy to get fairly decent firearms quite early on in the game. As you can see, this works on the Vector, the Veresk, the UMP, the MP7, don't know how many others, but it seems to work on a hell of a lot of SMGs. So here's the thing, the bolts that you throw to detect anomalies, the default setting for them is limited, so you can use up what you've got and then that's it. But the way I see it is, if you're in that situation and you ran out of bolts, what would you do? You pick up a stone, pick up any piece of rubbish on the floor. So I don't see why you can't just set it to unlimited, that doesn't feel like cheating to me. So here's how you do it. Simply toggle that setting on and you're good to go. Okay, so thank you very much for sticking with us so far. I hope these tips have been really helpful. But we've got just one more to show you, and this one's pretty mind-blowing. Not a lot of people realise this one, but check it out. That's right people, you can drive cars in S.T.A.L.K.E.R Gamma. Now there are a couple of provisions on this, because there's no such thing as a free lunch, let's face it. First off, yes you can drive cars, but you can only do it on one map, and that's the Darkscape. If you try and drive a car out of this map, you'll lose it, it won't work. And just because you can do it, doesn't mean you should. Driving these cars is very, very dangerous. If you drive into an Anomaly, you're screwed. If you drive into a Mutant, you're screwed. You're better off walking, to be quite honest, but it's fun and you can do it. And the reason you can do it is because this map in the original version of the game was supposed to have a car chase sort of section to it. So they've left the code in there and it can be utilised, as you can see. So this is just a few of the locations where the cars are. The one you just seen me take was the one at the top of your screen in that little camp there. But there's plenty more, and if you follow this road north, as you'll see in the next picture, there's a few dotted around along there, but I'm not going to show you where they are, you can find those for yourself. Well people, that concludes today's top 10 tips. I hope you've enjoyed them, I hope you find them useful. Like I say, some of them are just for a laugh, some of them are for a bit of fun, but there's a few useful ones in there, and I hope you do take some use from them. So if you enjoyed the video, please remember to drop a like and of course hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, it'd be much appreciated, and I will catch you very soon. Bye for now.
How do you like me now? You like that? Yeah, get some, get some!